Well, here we go. Why you wanna treat me so bad? Why you treat me so bad, y'all? Why? That's the question. Why you treat me so bad? Wow, can't get a break. Can't get a break. Somebody need to break me off some of that Kit Kat bar, because that's the only break that seems to be coming down the pipe. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hey, my name is Lamar, but you can call me Trey. Hey, and welcome for the record. The word on the street. Here we're going to chop it up just a little bit. I'm going to just, talk about, what's going on my side of the street and, how we see it. Now, you can look at it another way. The avenue is your review. You do what you do. But I'm going to do what I do. We're just going to do a little bit of talking and, hey, hopefully we get to a point where we both get an understanding on why they treating us so bad. Huh? But first, let me do a little admin thing so that we can, get on with it. First of all, hey, I'm on 3 platforms. You can get me at the Facebook, or you can get me at the YouTube, or you can get me at the tweet or the Periscope. But listen. If thumbs up, baby, and if you don't see it as a thumbs up, give me a thumb down and put a comment in there. Let me know how we're doing. Yeah, it's okay. I value your opinion. That don't mean I'll go and agree with it, but I'm gonna value it, and hopefully you can value mine. If you don't agree with my opinion on how I see it on my side of the street, hey, baby, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good. In Mr. Robinson neighborhood, where I'm concerned, you walk on your street, baby. I'm walking on mine. And so go ahead, hit the like button, the thumbs button, the retweet, Hey, and if you view me here on Facebook or feed, you can go ahead and go ahead and hit me up and follow me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Become my friend. Become one of my friends. That's okay. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. So and hit that notification button so that whenever we do our show, you don't get notified that the show's about to come on. Now you get the you get the warning. You get the early warning that the show's about to kick it in. So just in case. Now, but if you don't get it live, baby, you can always go back and and stream it later on. Yeah. Yeah, that's how a lot of folks are doing it, because I know 9 o'clock, during the weekday, a lot of folk, they got to go to work and all that kind of thing, and they get up in the morning, and so they got to take care of the children and all those other things that they got to take care of. I understand, baby. I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? That's all part of the meatball game. Yeah, it's all part of the meatball game. You gotta do what you gotta do. But hey, do it with some class. Go ahead, listen to us, man. Get some class. Get some some more on your plate. Let's talk about it. Okay? Yeah, let's just talk about it. Because it's the wild wild west out there. It's a wild wild west. Here we are. September. Yeah, here we are in September. October. Those spooky October's closing in. And a lot of things are going down. And my man used to say, it's going down by the pound, baby. It's going down by the pound. And so, do what you do, and I'm going to do what I'm doing. So let's go get with it. Let's go ahead and get in there with it. Let's get in there with it tonight. Let's get in there with it. And then first, I'm going to give a shout out to my cousin. Hey, big cousin, man, I'm sorry, man, I didn't shoot you that invite, bro. I'm sure I apologize, but I got, I got you. I got you. I sure do. I know you eager to get here, get in on this, but but I got you, brother. I got you. So I apologize for not getting hitting that invite with you. Yeah, because we're gonna talk about some things today. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some things today. And so if you are flipping through the channels, you might have missed it. You might have missed it. And what I'm talking about is the stuff that's going on at the border. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on at the border, but I'm referring to the Haitian immigrants. You see, people are funny. If they don't, if they don't, if they feel some kind of way, they won't say your name. They won't say your name, or they'll try to characterize you as something else. Yeah. So if you don't have access to a television, and they're putting out these pronouns out, and hey, you really don't know what they're really talking about. Some folk don't. They just don't, because some parts of the world, not even their thought camp. They just have no interest in it. That's just the truth. And I can understand it. Especially times like this. You You got the pandemic going on. Not, now that's now that pandemic thing is worldwide. You see, that pandemic thing is worldwide. It's knocking on everybody's door in some kind of way. Sometimes, some places it's knocking loud and hard, and other places, it's got a little slow rap, and then some other places, it's got a beat to it. You know what I'm saying? But it's there. Yeah, it's there. It's there. And it's funny, and not in a hilarious way, but in an odd way. It's funny how different cultures are dealing with that pandemic thing. It really is. Yeah. The different cultures are dealing with it in a whole different way than we're doing it here in the Western civilization. In the Western civilization. Yeah. And when I say the Western civilization, I'm talking about America. I'm talking about France. I'm talking about England, Germany, all you Western civilization. Y'all, man, listen. So, man, to be such a developed nation, boy, your brain don't seem to be working functionally. Yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't. So, I'm just saying that pandemic has, put so much flavor in people's lives, have left the taste in so many people's lives. Hey, they don't know which way is up. They just don't. Should I stay or should I go? Should I run or should I walk? Is it up or is it down? They just don't know. They just don't know. Waiting for the next move. For half of it for it and the other half against it. Boy, so hey, but it's gonna pan out. That's one thing about it. It's gonna pan out one way or another. It's gonna pan out one way or the other. So I'm gonna say to y'all, everybody across the world, hey, y'all better be careful. Y'all better take care of yourself. Don't let anyone, pull the wool over your eye, try to, dupe you. Hey, use your sense. Yeah. Don't use the common sense. The common sense, because the common sense that's prevailing around the world these days, it ain't common. It's just not. So use your sense and see how you fare through this pandemic, okay? So be safe out there. Take care of yourself and do what you have to do. Protect you and yours, protect your family, and protect your property, and protect yourself. All right, now let's get into something else. Let's get into something else. Like I was listening to the other day the talking heads on national news and television. And like I said, if you're in America and you're watching, the tube, you may miss it because see they don't really, they don't really drill down on this, southern border thing like they did when the Latinos were coming across. No, they didn't. No, man, look. Listen, they wanted everybody and their brother to come down to the border and check it out and see what's going on. Yeah. But you never saw anybody with no horses, did you? And talking about some reins or lashes. Let me pull this back up and you tell me. You tell me what this looked like to you. I need somebody to tell me what this looked like to you because it looked kind of crazy to me. Now this is America, and this is not only America. This is America in 2021. Yeah, this is America now. This is America back in the 1800s right here. Yeah, this is America in 1800s right here. Now, the caption says, a slave caught without a pass. You right? A slave caught without a pass. And, and they're treating that poor man, with some up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're trying to give him the business. Yeah, they're trying to give him the business. Now, if you look over here to the right, you see, and this is in 2021. This Joker wrangling, these two individuals like they animals. There's no real distinction between this portrait and this portrait. There's no distinction other than the time period. And one's in black and white and the other one's in color. Come on, y'all. Where's the uproar? Where's all the people down there talking smack about injustice and cruelty? No, that's not happening. So let me just think about that for a moment. Now, why is it so? Let's see. What's the major problem between when the Latinos will come across the border, and now the blacks are coming across the border? The majority. Now, what? Oh, you mean to tell them the pigment of their skin? Is that what the issue? Again, white supremacy raises its ugly, nasty head in everything that is foundational and what makes this country tick. Listen, they are up there yelling about an immigration policy where they are excluding a certain group of people. Now, I'm gonna say something to you, that you may or may not have known, but we always hear the Americans, and I'm saying that the present day Americans, they refer to the Statue of Liberty. Bring me you're hungry, bring me you're tired, bring me you're poor, and all this kind of thing. You see, try to make it seem as if it was geared or it was for the Irish immigrants and the Italian immigrants and every other immigrant that came into this country. Let's go to Liberty Island and to see the Statue of Liberty, the beacon of hope. But see, the truth of the matter was that statue was sent here by France to honor the slaves. And the slaves were no immigrants. Oh, man, did I say that? Did I say that? That's how they whitewashed the history of this country. Yeah. Some of you knew that and some of you don't. So that's why, when you really do the deep dive in what's going on in this America, the foundation is a lie. The foundation is a lie, piled up upon lies. Yeah. Immigration. Yeah. You having some immigration. That's right. You having some immigrations. You having some immigrations. But the problem is, that does not, for the vast majority of the American descendants of slavery, that don't pertain to us. That don't even pertain to us. Yeah, because we're not immigrants. Majority of us are not immigrants. Some here are natural born here before the first settler even got here. Yeah. Do your research. Yeah. And some of us here were, in the vast majority, were brought here by the Atlantic slave trade. Yeah, come on now, and both sides have a problem with that. Yeah, both sides. Yeah, have a problem with that. And then look over here. Look here. This what's going on just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, don't make any sense. Yeah, they're wrangling people up like cattle. Yeah, they're wrangling them up. But that's how it goes. That's how it goes. But Immigration policy. That's the immigration policy right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, because nobody's hands are clean. Nobody's hands are clean when it comes to slavery and putting people in cages and putting people in bondage. No one's clean. No one's clean. No one's clean. But the majority of the perpetrators were the white folks and the Indians, or foundational people, what they want to call themselves now. Yeah, yeah. They on the far right here, I got said, Homeland Security. Yeah, 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 yeah. They were part of that too. And right today, there's some black folk that belong to some tribes, and they are entitled to some freedoms and liberties that because they were part of that tribe, that the black Indians are not getting, because the other group of Indians have denounced them, or have voted against them, have voted them out off the tribe. And so, hey, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest with it. I'm just being honest with it. So it's always been us against the world. It's always been that way. Even the continent of Africa, us against them. They've never sent a ship looking for their captured. Even right today, now I can't say everybody, but I can say from what I understand on my side of the street, the majority of them have disdain for the American descendants of slavery. That's life, baby. Look here. Somebody ain't gonna like you, and oftentimes everybody ain't gonna like you. But you got to learn how to love and like yourself. And that's what we are doing. We're doing self-healing, baby. Self-healing. We're out there trying to get our cause out there, trying to get our truth out there. Yes. And sometimes our own American descendants of slavery, they don't, they just turn their head. But that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. That's why those who do, and those who don't. Yeah. That's just the way it goes. And so when we take a look, at the immigration, part of this thing, as they call the so-called immigration policy, we're excluded from that policy. We are excluded from that policy. And now a few people are talking about the injustice of it. A few. But they're not talking loud enough. They're not talking loud enough. They're just not. They're just not. Because they're beholding. They're beholding to the master's, bowl. The master said that bowl down, and you better eat out of it or don't get nothing. And I guess some of them say, well, I'd rather have this little bit than don't have any. Well, the people are being starved out. Being starved out. Yeah. Being starved out. Hey, immigration, Hey, they didn't, listen. They did not hesitate. And I don't want to hear this thing about, Trump had a policy that was, from his days. Heck, there's some other policy that were in his day that they got rid of. Got rid of it quick in a hurry, because that's what they wanted to do. They had the will to do that. That is what they wanted to do. But see, right now this is something they want this policy to continue, because Joe can do a executive order to stop sending folk home, not really home. That's just like they come rounding me up and drop me off in Africa. That's the continent. I didn't say the country because I don't even know for sure where I'm from. I try to find out, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, drop me off in a continent, and I've got to figure out, where I'm at and who I'm at, and all kinds of old kind of stuff. Because the majority of those folks that came here across that border, they've been removed from that part of Haiti for 10 plus years. They left it all. They have left it all. Yeah. Yeah. They have left it all. And they're talking, people don't pay attention too much. They only hear what they want to hear. Some talking head, and I think he was from the State Department. I really do. I think he's from the State Department talking about, the law doesn't cover if there's a catastrophe or natural disaster or even political upheaval or anything like that. It don't cover that kind of stuff for asylum. Now then you turn around, I watch it, I flip the channel, and here there is a documentary about Guatemala. People running from Guatemala to get up here because their corn crops are bad because of climate change. Now, what? Make it make sense to me. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Make it make sense. You mean to tell me you have a group of people who are in a country who had a natural disaster that wiped out everything that they had, not only once but twice, and then they had a turnover in their government, and then they got looting and all this going on. And you telling me because the crops are bad in Guatemala, you're going to do something for them, but you can't do nothing for the other folk? That is so much poppycock. It is wrong. It is straight up wrong. Straight up. Straight up. Now let me say this first. Let me say this first so I won't be misunderstood here. Now, do I believe that the people in Guatemala need help and assistance? You doggone right, because this stuff is really bad up there. But don't stop there. That's all I'm saying. Equal. We got enough food in the basket to feed them. Feed them. We got enough clothes to clothe them. Clothe them. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying to you. Don't make this thing out of, them against us. No. Feed them both. Use the same measurement that you're using on one as you do the other. Yes. While all along, you're bringing folk from Afghan here, and you're not even vetting them. You're not even vetting them. That's all I'm going to say, just like that. You're not really vetting them. You're scanning them, but you're not vetting them. You know why you're not vetting them? Because I'm going to read you something from the Washington Times. This is what I got today off the Washington Times. This is what I got. It will say, 2 Afghan evacuees charged with assault at a U.S. military base. Now, what military base do you say? This is at Fort McCoy in Wisconsin, Minnesota. Let me see something. Now, let me think about what is going on in Minnesota, Wisconsin. Oh yeah. Okay, we got you. We know what you're doing. Yeah. And so they got these 2 persons who they brought from Afghan over here charged. One is charged with assault, and the other one is charged with sexual assault. Let me just read the first one. The first one, and I'm going to give you the cat's name, because they put the cat's name in. Now, they didn't put his picture in there, but they did put the cat's name in there. His name is Muhammad Haran Ahmed. He's 32 years old. He's accused of choking and hitting his wife. And at one time he beat her to the point so bad that she lost her vision. Now you tell me. Did they vet this person? As a matter of fact, and I'm gonna do some more research on this thing, but because I got this just before I got on the air. But I'm gonna do some research. What did he do that was so important that got him here to America? What did he do that got him here to America? Was he one of those trusted translators? And sponsored him. They didn't know he was beating the hell out of his wife. And beat her, and this happened they were in Afghan. He beat her so bad that she was blind in both eyes. Well, yeah. Now no, these are just charges. So these are just charges. That's all they are right now, are charges. These are just charges. That's what they are. These are just charges. But let me tell you something. Now I do know this. If you are seeking asylum here in America and you are an immigrant, if you do the least thing, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're guilty. It's the appearance of your butt is on the because you have been accused and you have been brought forth. You've been brought forth up on charges. They send you back to the house. One-way ticket back to the house. So I'm going to be kind of interested to see what they do with this young man. Okay. Now the other cat, his name is Barua Mori, and he's 20 years old. That's the one that is accused of sexually assaulting a juvenile who was between the age of 12 to 15. And 3 other instances of fuddling genitals of another juvenile who was also between the age of 12 and 15. Now, come on now. Come on now. Somebody need to make that make sense to me. And I bet you to $1 to a donut, there's many more folk like that in that camp all around because they didn't vet them. All these bleeding hearts talking about, get him out of there, get him out of there. Now, are you still saying get him out of here? What do you say, sponsors? What do you say? Is that acceptable? And it may be to them, but it ain't acceptable to me. Not at all. Not at all. That's definitely a one-way ticket back to wherever. Yeah, but not here. Not here. Not when I hear you talking about, talking about the Mexican coming here to rape and. Hey, you prejudge them before they even got to the border. Now, I'm not saying that they don't. I'm not saying that they do. But you don't know those folk. But these 2 folk here have been accused. Yeah. There's bad actors in every group, in every society, up and down and all around. There's some bad actors. But you're gonna give shade to some and frost out the rest? Come on now. Make it make sense. And see, right now, this administration looking kind of wobbly. Yeah, they're looking kind of wobbly. And it's not even the 3rd round yet. They're still in the 1st round. They haven't even finished the first round yet. This is a 4-round contest. And they're still in the first round. They wobbly as hell. They're wobbly as hell. Now, everybody's going to have their bad days. Come on. I know that. Everybody's going to have their bad days. But when you have your bad days, you need to pull up your big boy pants or your big girl panties and get back in the ring and get it. Get it. Don't be trying to brush it off. Because that's what they're doing now. They got so many arrows coming at them, boy. Look here. They look like custard on damn Bull Run. Arrows everywhere. And here come Sitting Bull about ready to scalp the hell out of them. Yeah, sitting ducks. Sitting ducks. Sitting ducks. Now listen to me, people. Listen to me. Now, I asked a question. I'm asking it again. Why do you treat us so bad? Why do you treat us so bad? And then when we tell you, and we tell you, we find your hands all in our pockets, taking us out, and you look at us like, I thought that was my pockets. I didn't know those were your pockets over there. I thought that was mine. You're just lying instead of just confessing and moving on. You see, and I don't know, because the next thing I'm going to bring up. Oh, you said there's more? Yes, there's more. Mr. Biden. Oh, man, I told you, man, there's so many arrows coming up that gentleman. Man. It comes out that, his ancestors owned slaves. Yeah. His ancestors owned slaves. Yeah. Now just think about that for a moment. Just think about that. His ancestors owned slaves. And so when he's coming with reparations for the American descendants of slavery, he's got, his temperature go up. I ain't giving them niggas that. Yeah, this is a disgrace to my ancestors. I don't know if he said that or not, but I'm quite sure, that's something on his mind. That's something in his head. He got, when you mentioned reparations, yeah, that's somewhere in his head somewhere. And that's somewhere in a lot of them folk head. All those good liberals and them good progressive. They're not progressive or liberal for us. Yeah. Where's AOC? AC, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where are you at? You were rootin', tootin' and all that kind of garbage, when they had the Latin folk, snatching babies, and they're doing the same thing down there. They're not even feeding them. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Tell me something. Tell me where you at. Same thing with Omar. Tell me where you at. See, all of you yahoos who are wolf and sheep clothing, your only interests are your interests, not everybody's interests, especially our interests. And the thing about it is, I say we, I'm talking about American descendants of slave. We try to have a big tent. We try to have a big tent and let everybody come in. Baby, come on, baby, it's gonna be all right. They do that mammy thing or that big mama thing. Come on, baby, it's gonna be all right. Yeah, but see, we don't need no mammies right now, and we don't need no big mamas. No, we need that warrior goddess. Yeah, we need that warrior goddess, and we need that warrior man. That's what's happening, because listen, baby, we're in here for a fight for our life. All America is. All America is. But if you don't see it that way, when you get knocked off, it'll be too late. It'll be too late. That is the reason why it happened like it happened January 6th. You know, folk talking about, I can't believe it. Why couldn't you have believed it? Why? Why? You had the information? You had information that we didn't have. I didn't think it'll go. Why? Because they were good white folk? And even now, when you even, prosecuting them different than you would if there was a black group up there. Getting 36 months probation and 8 months time in jail for participating in an insurrection, supposedly insurrection. Come on now, make it make sense to me. Then you got the other folk talking about it was just a stroll through the park. Everybody usually going through the doors of the Hall of Congress like it was nothing to it. Come on now, make it make sense to me. Make it make sense. But see, the fact of the matter is, if the shoe was on our foot, hey, listen, you wouldn't have any Capitol Police, on those steps. You would have, because we wouldn't even made it to the steps. We would have had National Guards. You would have had, jokers on the horses and whips and come on. Yeah, let me pull that picture up again because that's look. This is what the scene would look like. This is what the scene would look like there at the Capitol. Being rolled down like dogs. This is what the scene would look like at the Capitol. That was us talking about stop the lie, stop the vote. No. Because they've already tried that stuff in all the whole summer when it came to George Floyd. Yeah. How soon we forget. That's why we haven't got the George Floyd bill passed. Because folk ain't serious. Folk just ain't serious. That's all. They're just not serious. But that's okay. Everybody's day got to come. Everybody's day have to come. And believe me, this Biden administration, baby, listen, I told you, you're just in the first round. And your knees are already knocking. You're wobbling. You got so much going at you. Will you be able to maintain? Oh, you got the debt ceiling on that. Listen. You get the debt ceiling coming up. Yeah. And the Republicans are already talking about, hey, we are not going to support that. We're not going to support that. We're going to let it, we're going to let it crash, let it burn. Let it burn. Hey, America, why are you treating us so bad? Those are your representatives up there talking that yang. Who is it going to affect? It's going to affect everybody. Lottie-dottie, everybody. It's going to affect everybody except for the rich. Because they can hold out for a couple of years and won't be influenced by anything. Yeah. They can hold out, So what? So what? They made theirs. They made theirs off your back. Yeah. So what? You go walk in and you're going to get a temporary pink slip. Everybody talking about unemployment. Workers not wanting to work. Man, what do you think is going to happen when they won't raise the debt ceiling? It's not that you won't work, you can't work because they ain't got no money. That's what they say. That's what they're telling you. We can't pay you. Debt. Yeah. And you Social Security recipients you're depending on the government to pay. Yeah. You Medicaid, you Medicare. You're depending on the government to pay its bill. Well, they're telling you, the Republicans are telling you, hey, stay tuned because we ain't getting with the program. One way or the other, we're going to burn this mother down. And all you good white there, let's set this thing up. And you black ladies, you set this thing up. Yeah, you have set this thing in motion. Because you have not did your research. You went with your emotions. You went with your emotions versus doing the research and find out the clown that you have put into office is not that for you. Is not for you. Is not for you. Everybody talking about, hey, let's get rid of their representative, while your representative is just as crooked as the 285. Yeah, I said it. Whenever a group of people cling on to power for the sole purpose of their own survival, oh, you better listen. You know that ain't right. I said for their survival. They might throw you a donut. Well, they got the rest of them. But here we are. On the brink of bankruptcy. Well, when Obama was president, they downgraded us, but it was just formality. It was just a formality. Yes, people didn't get paid, and X, Y, and Z. The poor people got hurt, but the rich folk they kept right on. They didn't skip a beat. They did not skip a beat. And if this is 2021, 2022 is coming around the corner, and I don't hear it. I don't hear this. I don't hear that sound. What sound do you say? I don't hear. I'm fed up. I'm tired, and I'm not gonna take it no more. Right now, that chant should be loud, and not over some damn mask. Although that's important as well. All these, I'm going to call them stupid. All these stupid people who are denying the science, people dying left and right, and people on the deathbed talking about, I wish I had of. That's just like the story in some of your Bibles, where your Bible said, hey, two people died. One was the rich man, and one was the poor man. Two people died. Well, the poor man, he was placed in Abraham's bosom. Well, the rich man, hell, he was sent to hell, burning up, begging for water. And he was telling them, he said, listen, just anybody, just, dip your finger into some water and just give me something. I'm burning up. But see, you already made your bed. Now you got to lie in that bad boy. Yeah. You had your reward here on earth. Yeah, all you good rich folk who are not participating in the struggle. You know you're doing wrong. All you stupid people who are not doing the right thing because you don't like the color of somebody else's skin, or you don't like the ideology. You just don't like the ideology. You just, there's no reason. Not when you both have other things in common. But you rather take that thing that you don't in common and exploit it. You try to hold up a blood-stained banner, which I'm talking about your representative. They're blood-stained. And the blood they have on their hand is yours, your children's children. But yet you still follow these folk like lemues jumping off the cliff. You're stupid. That's all I can say. I'm not saying you're ignorant because you know better. I'm just saying you're stupid. You're just stupid. You're not ignorant, because ignorant means you don't know better, but you know better. You just refuse. You hold on to that stupidness. And again, you'll be like the rich man and poor man. Yeah. Now I'm going to say something's going to be a hard pill to a lot of folk. You got some people in some of these states and some of these counties and in some of these cities, who refuse to take the vaccination, and now they're sick, and they're clogging up the system, and people who have some who have taken the vaccine and have had emergencies, where now they can't, there's no bed for them. I say kick those suckers out. Hey, you made a choice. You're always talking about you're right. Well, here's your right. Right now, you're sidelined for this individual who did everything right to get in there. I remember when Obamacare first, what the Republicans were saying? This is what they were saying. They were saying, oh, there's going to be death panels. Well, hell, there's death panels now. There's death panels now, brought to you by the people who are unvaccinated, getting sick, and now clogging up the system. You are the death panel. Major accident. They need to get, they need to get to a hospital or a medical facility. Once they get there, they can't be seen because they got their beds all filled up. That's bull garbage. Bull garbage. They didn't make that choice, but the person in those that's sitting in them bedrooms, yeah, they made their choice. And so since they made that choice, they need to make this choice, somewhere else. Yeah, that's hard. I know somebody don't want to hear that. Oh, yeah, he's heartless. No, I'm not heartless. I'm just being real. A lot of people are thinking it, but they just don't want to say it because it's not polite. But it's true. It is true. It is true. That's been human nature for a long time. The bad guy always seem to get more chances than a good guy. Good guy mess up one time, boy, that's it. There's no leniency. You'll get the book thrown at you, and now you become a bad guy. Now you're gonna get some leniency. You're gonna get some help now. Now that you're in the bad column. That's bull garbage. That's not how things should be going on. Yeah, you should help bad people. Yeah, I said it. There's some bad people. Yeah, there's some bad people. I don't care what anybody say. There's some bad actors. Yeah, but you should help. They should be getting help as well. They should be getting help as well. But at the same time, if everybody's done everything right, and then all of a sudden, something goes wrong, and not due to anything of their fault, why should they suffer? That's bullcrap. They should not suffer. Yeah. That's the choice. That is the choice. It's a bad one, but that's the choice that the person unvaccinated chose. He chose that. He won his rights. Okay, baby, no problem. You got your rights. Go ahead. You had the right to die. Follow through. But so you got folk talking about. You got folk talking about. You got folk talking about. Oh man. You got folk talking about. Oh man. I'm dying now. So will you please help me? I believe everybody needs some help. I believe everybody needs some help. I believe so. But you have to take account of yourself. You have to take account for yourself, your responsibility. Everybody got to be responsible. Everybody has to be responsible. Hey, Darcy, how you doing today? I see you. But yes, you got to be responsible for your stuff. Now, everybody knows me and what I say. And I say this again, and I'll say it over and over again. It's just like this. Love. Man, that's the key. Love. Not that selfish love, but the kind of love where you will give up yourself for somebody else. And that's where we lack all the time. We're in lack of that. We need more of it. You have people that are suffering real bad. I say that with reservations of somebody, doing something about it. Yes. People need help. And so we get ready to close here tonight. And as we close, I want to say this to you. Listen. It's getting late. It really is. It's getting real late out. And because it's getting late, if you have not did something to help somebody else out, do it. Do it. Don't be like the rich man and poor man, getting yours here in America right now. Help somebody out. Help somebody. Because one day, I guarantee you, you're going to be the one that's going to be needing some help. You're going to be the one wishing and hoping that somebody did something for you when you were in time of need. Pass the love around. Show up for somebody else. And I want you to answer the question, why you treat us so bad? Why do you treat us so bad? Till the next time.
It's a shame.